Welcome to my views and news. Some news stories for you. First one is about an effort by Ethiopian PM Abiy to resolve the ongoing religious conflict. He has talked to some businessmen. He wants them to play their role in the resolution of this deadlock between the government and the church. Who are the businessmen? What did he say to them? Secondly, RC zone of Oromia, where we saw clashes and dozens were killed there. Some arrests were made. Arrests continue. Another priest was arrested in RC today. Thirdly, some religious institutions of Ethiopia today issued a joint statement about ongoing Orthodox Church conflict. I think the institutions want the Orthodox Church to show some flexibility. Thirdly, Tigray region Getachew Reda was interviewed by Tigray journalists, and he raised three very important points at his interview. And lastly, PM Abiy was seen in Italy today. He held a meeting with Italian Prime Minister. What is the agenda of PM Abiy's visit of Italy? Uh, Details for you. Firstly, two updates. In a previous video today, I shared the news that a referendum was being held in SNNPR for the creation of another regional state in Ethiopia in 5 zones and 6 special Woredas, 6 zones and 5 special Woredas of the SNNPR. Voting was held, which was peaceful. It has now come to an end. Vote count is underway. Voting was peaceful. Secondly, in a video today, we said that there was tension in Bolehora as a new bishop appointed by the Splinter faction was due to arrive in Bolehora. What happened after that? Well, the new appointee arrived in Bolehora, but there was no confrontation, and the new bishop was welcomed by people in Bolehora. Now, four news stories. First one is about the ongoing deadlock between the Orthodox Church and the government. The church wants the government to take action against the breakaway faction. The church says that it has made its decision. Government will have to respect the decision. Government wants the church to talk to the other group. So there's a deadlock basically. On the 12th of February, church is going to hold nationwide protests, and government says it will not allow anyone to take law into their hands. PM Abiy has contacted some businessmen reportedly. He's asking top millionaires in Ethiopia to play their part in the resolution of this conflict. Varko Atenau is one of them, Belene Kendi also another one, and some others too. Reportedly, PM Abiy said to them that he did not own any brick or other factories, other materials factories in Ethiopia. If conflict spread, it would be deadly for businesses. That is why businessmen should play their part in the resolution of this conflict. And reportedly, Varko Atenau said that he would talk to other businessmen, and they'll make a joint effort and they'll talk to the church authorities. Now, Belene Kendi and Varko Atenau, they can play a role because these and other businessmen, they support church. They sponsor, they fund some church programs. They have been funding Fano fighters too, and they are in touch with some hardliner elements within Amhara region. So these people can be helpful in the resolution of this conflict. Question is, will they make sincere efforts or not? Or will they stand with the church? Of course, businessmen will never go against the government publicly. They cannot afford. No businessman can afford to oppose a government because they cannot run businesses if they start opposing governments. So they'll keep on saying that they're trying to resolve the conflict. Question is, will they make sincere efforts? Will church listen to them? Let's see. So far, contact between PM Abiy and businessmen, especially Varkwete now, has been confirmed. Secondly, viewers, RC, where arrests continue. We know that in Shashamane, dozens were killed around 48 hours ago when splinter faction based in Romania took control of St. Michael's Church in Shashamane. And before and after this incident, people were arrested in RC, in West RC. Now, RC preaching director general has been arrested. Tamirat Volde is his name. He and 13 youth were arrested in RC today. So the arrests continue and tensions there, but the splinter faction is in control of main churches in West RC now. Thirdly, viewers, religious institutions of Ethiopia issued a joint statement today, 5-point statement issued by 6 institutions. They're asking the Orthodox Church to resolve the issue through engagement, through forgiveness, through discussion. At the same time, they are asking the government to respect church laws. They say that peace is in everyone's interest. All religious institutions in Ethiopia want peace. So in a way, the institutions asked Orthodox Church to show some flexibility. Church isn't showing flexibility. It says the other group is illegal. It won't talk to the other side. But government and now these institutions which are backed by government to some extent, they are asking the church to show flexibility, to resolve the issue through dialogue. Government does not want to, the church does not want to talk to the other faction led by Abunis Sarios. It might talk to the government, but not to the other faction, it seems. Let's see, will the Orthodox Church listen to the advice of other religious institutions? Fourthly, viewers, Getachew Reda was interviewed by Tigray journalist today. He raised some very important points during his interview with Tigray journalist. Firstly, he said that interim government must be established in Tigray as soon as possible, but the government must be inclusive and transparent, credible too. It should be put in place after due consultation. All parties should be consulted, and before the establishment of interim government, we know that TPLF will be removed from terrorist designation. So in a way, he said that TPLF should be removed from the designation and then interim government should be put in place in Tigray as soon as possible. Secondly, he raised the issue of the withdrawal of Amhara force in Eritrean army. Once again, he said that the two sides, the two forces should withdraw from Tigray completely. It means in some areas of Tigray, still there is presence of Amhara forces in Eritrean army. And thirdly, he talked about the issue of stoppage of aid delivery to Tigray from neighboring regions. We know that in Amhara region, at some checkpoints. Dozens of trucks were stopped a few days ago. They were not allowed to move towards Tigray. They were being charged taxes as well at these checkpoints. Getachew asked federal government of Ethiopia to intervene that goods transport between Tigray and neighboring regions must be facilitated. Land transport as well so far could not resume in Tigray, not within Tigray, between Tigray and neighboring regions. So Gatachow's points all are the ones which should be considered by the government. Interim government's establishment is part of Pretoria Agreement, and it was being said a few days ago that TPLF might be withdrawing from its commitment to the establishment of interim government. But today, Getachew clearly said that as soon as possible, interim government should be established, but after due consultation. Lastly, was PM Abiy is in Europe. He visited Italy today. He met with Giorgia Meloni, Italian Prime Minister. What is the agenda of PM Abiy's visit of Italy? 180 million euro aid was announced by Italy today for Ethiopia. Ahmad Shide is accompanying PM Abiy there. Ahmad Shide is Ethiopian finance minister. I personally think the agenda is related to economy. Ethiopian birr is losing its value. Foreign exchange reserves are dwindling, and so far Ethiopia has not received loan from IMF, and its loan payment could not be rescheduled. So maybe PM Abiy will try to talk to the Paris Club. It will talk to EU countries. He will talk to EU countries, and he wants rescheduling of loan payments, which is a major challenge for Ethiopian government. And obviously, he wants loans from IMF, from World Bank as well. That is why he needs the support of these countries. Could there be a religious agenda too of PM Abiy's visit of Italy? What I have learned is that mainly his visit is linked to government's efforts to find relief for its economy. That is why he is there reportedly. Thank you for watching.